Welcome back to Portsmouth Raceway Park in Portsmouth, Ohio. It's the MagnaFlow Exhaust River Days Rumble presented by Rockstar Energy Drink, the 50-lap main event. We are at the beginning of it here, just throwing the green flag, about 5 laps completed.
The C9 of Steve Caseball working his way to the front as we go on board with Scott Blomqvist, two-time and defending series champion, currently second in the points.
If you're wondering what those straps are on the helmet, those are quick releases for his head and neck restraint device. In case he has to get out of the car quickly, he can reach up and pull those 2 straps. It disconnects the helmet from the device. He can move around a little freer.
Yeah, you can really see just how slick and dusty it is down on the racetrack for these drivers. And a little bit to get a hold of up on top and just a little bit of moisture down low.
Boy, that was a good save out of Blomqvist right there. Really thought he was going to get into the back of Frank Hageness Jr., the number 99 car, but he was able to maneuver around him.
We saw Jimmy Owens, and there he is right in front as we go on board. Lucas Oil North Pearson Jr. And Owens started back in 22nd, now slowly trying to work his way to the front, using that high line as they head down in to turn number 1.
Earl Pearson Jr., of course, struggling, still looking for his first win. There's Owens once again on the outside of Eric Wells as we go on board with him, picking up a couple of positions already. Trying to make quick work of some of these guys, including Steve Francis, who was down below him as well. Steve Francis still looking for his first win of the season.
Now right behind the 4B of Jackie Boggs as Owens splits them, goes 3 wide around Steve Francis to the inside of Jackie Boggs, takes another 2 spots, now sets his sights to try and get around the 21 there of Chris Brown and the 53 of Ray Cook. Look at that. Making some moves early, that's what you have to do.
Absolutely. As we go on board with the Kentucky Colonel, you can still keep an eye on Jimmy Owens. I mean, he is just slicing and dicing, man, as he picks his way forward quickly here. Up and around the 21 car, again, just underneath. It doesn't seem to matter the top or the bottom. He's able to make it work for him. You know, and going around Jackie Boggs at this particular racetrack is also very impressive. Yeah,
multi-time PRP champion in Jackie Boggs. He does have a Lucas Oil win back in Charlotte 2005. As we go back up front, Scott James still ahead as we go there to Dale McDowell, trying to run him down.
And Dale McDowell with a great starting position, of course, on the outside of that front row, so able to get up front and stay out of some of that mess in the back that Jimmy Owens is dealing with. Stay with us. We've got a lot of racing action coming your way yet. 10 grand to the winner when it's all said and done. Yeah, there's a little man supporting his favorite driver.
Portsmouth Raceway Park opened its gates in 1990. The former Shawnee Indian Campground has since been plagued by flooding over the years whenever the Scioto River overflows its banks. In 2000, Portsmouth Raceway Park converted into the current 3/8 mile track configuration and enjoys status as the premier dirt track in the picturesque Ohio River Valley.
Welcome back to Portsmouth Raceway Park for the MagnaFlow Exhaust River Days Rumble, presented by Rockstar Energy Drink. The 71 car knows these Ohio tracks well. In fact, picked up a huge win just a couple of weeks ago. The Dream 100 here, just a little bit north.
Yeah, took home $100,000 for that win as we go on board. With the veteran, 3 wins so far this year for Don O'Neill, currently 3rd in the points. 2nd in the points, that's the 0 of Scott Blomqvist in a battle here for 6th. Frank Hageness Jr., the rookie, alongside a former rookie of the year, Steve Caseball, trying to turn his year around. It's been up and down all season long for Caseball.
Right behind him, the number 11 car, that is Tyler Reddick, the young man. They call him the California Kid, who's also done a great job this season, showing his talent. And how about that 7 car out there? It's the B7 of Ben Atkins trying to keep pace with Jimmy Owens, but Owens is coming to the front fast.
Yeah, Jimmy Owens, as we said, started 22nd, now running in 16th, gets by the West Portsmouth, Ohio driver Ben Atkins, who's currently 2nd in points here at Portsmouth.
Nearly 20 laps complete here as we approach the halfway mark. So Jimmy Owens is going to have to stay on the gas, and hopefully traffic will work along with him. He just needs to get close to Blomqvist. Really, that is the goal.
Yeah, he's running high, he's running low as he gets underneath the 21M of Jason Montgomery there. His car's working very well all over this racetrack. It looks like Scott James catching some of the slower traffic. That is Jackie Boggs down low.
So solid outing out here, and you know, just a very limited schedule. He did get that new power plant, though. Looks like it's making plenty of steam here tonight.
Dale McDowell, though, right behind him. You kind of glimpse there at Don O'Neill right now running in that 3rd spot. You know, Scott James, we mentioned, hasn't run a lot of events this year. Dale McDowell has run every single event, but if you look at 1 year ago, around this time is when Dale McDowell kind of gets hot. I don't know why, but it takes about half a season to get rolling. He finished second at Lawrenceburg a few weeks ago. He won Lawrenceburg right before this race last year, and of course won this one. So this is the time for Dale McDowell to be good. He's proven it tonight.
Yeah, Scott James, though, very familiar with all these tracks around here in the Midwest. So if there's a place that he's going to shine and have his best opportunity, this is one of the tracks where it's going to happen. Don't count out Don O'Neill, man. He's just kind of hovering back there in third place right now. That 71 car can get hot in a moment's notice as we go back. And look at Jimmy Owens, man, has already cut his way halfway through the field from his starting position. He is on fire.
If you're Scott Blomqvist, you think, okay, Owens is buried. I'm going to gain some points tonight. And guess what? About the halfway point, he's almost into the top 10. Blomqvist has got to be thinking, really? Are you kidding me right now? I mean, this is why Jimmy Owens is called the O Show, the Newport Nightmare. Very consistent in 2011. He wants wins, but he also wants that championship.
So you hate to start deep, but I got to tell you, as a race car driver, it's a lot of fun to work your way through the pack the way he's doing it tonight. Stay with us. We'll find out if he can get up into the top 5. A lot of great racing action ahead.
Weight distribution on a Lucas Oil late model car is imperative to the handling characteristics of a vehicle. In order to better balance the car, lead weights are allowed to be securely attached to the frame, but must have the car number clearly displayed on them. Any vehicle that loses a weight during an event may be fined or face disqualification.
There's a look at your race leader. That is Scott James, the MagnaFlow exhaust River Days Rumble. Don O'Neill also in the hunt. He has been hanging around the top 3 all night long. The action is good. Scott Blomqvist now working his way into the mix as we go on board with the real deal.
You can see Blomqvist down low trying to get a run right into the rear bumper almost there of Don O'Neill. We got to go to the 41. Grant Neat up into this mix as well.
Keep in mind, no radios, no contact with the driver. They just kind of have to feel their way around when it comes to competition coming up to them from behind. No spotters. Working their way through lap traffic as well here. Oh, it looks like he might have snuck past Don O'Neill right there, talking about Scott Blomqvist, of course, and he has gotten past him. Now taking a look at Dale McDowell.
And he will put it in hard into turn 3 there, and it looks like O'Neill going to try and follow by McDowell. You know, side by side with the 17M now clears the car owned by Clint Boyer. Oh, in trouble for Tyler Reddick, left rear flat. So he will bring out the caution flag here and most likely be able to hit back to the pit area and get that change. But he was having a good run, having a good year so far this year. And kind of a bummer there for him.
The kid's not going anywhere. He'll be around for a number of years. He has a lot of talent. He's had a lot of success so far this season out here with the absolute best. The 81 car is having a lot of success out here as well. We go down there to the pits. Of course, they'll get that left rear change as quickly as possible and see if they can get him back out there in the back of the pack without losing a lap.
Tyler Reddick, of course, we mentioned he is the California kid from Corning, California, now residing in Grayson, Kentucky, currently 10th in the points. Kid has run sprint cars, midgets, ASA late models. He's pretty much done it all and really proven himself. 15 years old running in this series.
Yeah, he's basically reset the entire record book as well when it comes to the youngest. If you want to say the youngest of anything in this series, he pretty much owns it already.
Yeah, picked up a win earlier this year at East Bay Raceway Park. 2 fast time awards to this point, so they learned a lot in that first rookie year season 1 year ago, and they're certainly applying it this year. Getting hooked up, of course, with Scott Blomqvist, Team Zero cars, and it certainly paid off.
Group these guys back up and find out who has what it takes to win the back half of this race. There's a look at your top 5, and looks like Doug Drown is pulling off. We'll talk to him when we come back.